Alright kids, welcome back here to the big Energy Boom 101. Oh dang it, that thing just went off. Hang on, watch this. Amazing technology here. This of course is how we are tracking the marijuana stocks on Wall Street. Once again, Energy Boom 101 here, the confluence. Of course the confluence is the confluence between crude oil and cannabis, both heavily traded on Wall Street, both booming, both in their early innings. And we're hoping to follow that entire story here. As you can see off our state-of-the-art technology here, most amazing flip phone ever, we're going to give you a quick update on how Wall Street traded the cannabis today, and they had a big exhale, as you can tell. A lot of profit taking there. At the top of the key there, you got medical marijuana down about 6%, cannabis science down about 20%, hemp down about 26%, and grow life down about 4%. So a lot of profit taking on Wall Street in the marijuana industry. We are here live at Boom U, an undisclosed location, of course, and there's Boom U out the window, which is the point of confluence for this crude and cannabis. Wow, did you hear that? Now, since we quickly swept over the marijuana activity for the day, let's look and see if there's any big energy news. And what we like to do is we like to look into this little rascal right here, the Wall Street Journal. Since it's Monday, we don't have a Daily Oklahoman we're going to work with because they don't have a whole lot in their business pages on Monday. But it is Monday, February 10th, and we'll find a little activity in here. Whoa, hey, look at this right there. It says, is it tougher to drill for oil in an emerging market storm? The gist of this article is that the emerging markets right now are sort of falling out of favor. Emerging markets are countries that have emerging economies. That's an oversimplification, and most of those countries have national oil companies, and those national oil companies, like say Petrobras, Brazil, this article is wondering if it's going to be tough for them to drill since they may not have access to capital, at least as not as much as they used to. So that's just a nice little overview for you there from the world of crude today. We can say we've found a lovely little confluence here of crude oil talk from the Wall Street Journal about emerging markets, and cannabis talk from the floor of the New York Stock Exchange about all the profit taking that went on today. It's a very early time for the marijuana industry on Wall Street. It's literally just becoming in its own. I'd say budding, but that's just too easy, so I'll say it again, budding, but the sector is budding. And here at the Transparent Barrel, the producer of Energy Boom 101, we like to caution all of our 2 listeners, or 2 viewers, maybe 3 now. Actually, we have 8, if you can believe that. 8 viewers to, don't invest a whole heck of a lot. Maybe $5 or $10 at most. That'll buy you probably a whole basket of marijuana stocks. Then you can just watch it for the next 6 months to a year. Let those boys do all the work and take shape. And then once the market takes shape, you'll have another 20 years to chase marijuana fortunes. So for now, we're just really happy to be reporting from the field on what's going on in the crude and cannabis world. And we want to go ahead and let you know at about 3 minutes and 18 seconds past the hour here at K-Rig what is going to be the basic layout of the show. The show being Energy Boom 101, the confluence of crude and cannabis, live from an undisclosed university in a small Midwestern town. That would be Boom U. And here's what we think is happening. So follow me. This is a pretty amazing chart we got here. Prepare yourself. These graphics are unbelievable. Here we go. Energy Boom 101, the confluence. There you see it. Crude and cannabis coming together there. And what's that? What's that below it right there? That is the lens of optimism and compassion. The optimism comes from the crude oil. The compassion comes from the cannabis. There's a big fuck you, by the way. And what we think we can do with that is, number one, check this out. These are pretty wicked slogans, by the way, but we think somehow we can make it work. Number one, we think we can connect crude to consciousness, one gusher at a time. We also think we can illuminate the chasm between brain and being, one gusher at a time. We're going to bring in the philosophy and the neuroscience folks at Boom U. The number 3, we think we can chase the echoes of existence, one gusher at a time. And then finally, we think we can establish the narrative. Now, we'll definitely bring in the philosophy department for that, because the narrative basically is the thought, at least my belief, that complete free will doesn't exist. We're much more of an unfurling narrative that reports on our existence, perhaps more so than we author it. Now, that said, let's move on. In Energy Boom 101, you can expect to see not only some really wicked slogans like that, but some different features, some different shows like Oil Patch Jazz. That'll be coming to you live. And basically what we do there is we just grab the Daily Oklahoman and we read the oil logs, and it's sort of fun. Also, Symphony of Shale. That's going to be a show that's dedicated to the oil men and oil women of Oklahoma and any activity that's going on. And right now we have guest conductor Aubrey McClendon with American Energy Partners is our first Symphony of Shale guest conductor, and we're going to commission the OU School of Music. At least we're going to talk to him about maybe doing the first Symphony of Shale with guest conductor Aubrey McClendon would be the Utica in G minor, because Mr. McClendon has 260,000 net acres in that baby, and he's going to uncork it. The third show that I think we'll bring to you is the Boom and Bloom, and we will just simply track new businesses as they occur. We'll probably stick to downtown Norman. That's going to be the best place to show the Boom and Bloom, and we're going to refer to downtown Norman as Boomtown. Number 4, grading the grass. Well, since this is the confluence of crude oil and cannabis, we're going to grade the cannabis grass, and we're going to do it pretty simple. Like, here's a grading chart for you. The first thing we'll look at is how well does it tickle Mr. Funnybone. Number 2, how does it warp space-time? Number 3, how does it affect your appetite? Number 4, what are the emotional avenues available? As well, number 5, what are the cognitive topography or platforms that are available? And then number 6, what's the overall effect? So that's another feature we'll be bringing you here. It will be grading the grass. So that should be pretty fun. And then let's see, we've also got, this is a good one, we're going to try and do some deep breathing exercises that sync up with the rhythm of Wall Street's trading in marijuana stocks. So today, considering they all went down considerably, we would call that a big day of exhaling. So here we go, viewers. Let's get a big, big breath in, and then let's exhale with Wall Street. And that'll sort of be how that goes. And then number 6, the pen upon parchment. That's going to be where we don't, you don't hear me talk at all, thank God, and I'm sure you're happy about that. You just simply watch some mysterious fellow write information on a notebook paper, sort of like this, while the bubble and the buzz of the boom sort of generates in the background. So we're excited about that. Also, number 7. We're hoping that we can put together a coloring book that connects the dots of consciousness. Yes, you heard that correctly. That is the Connecting the Dots of Consciousness coloring book. We'll try and offer that somewhere. It'll be merchandise. Number 8, we're going to drill the strata of self and frack your feelings. Now, this is where it gets really good, folks, because the connection between the oil industry and the human condition is direct, would be one way to put it. We think that this confluence is going to provide amazing opportunities. One of them will be to basically map the shape of yourself, and you know what I'm talking about here, the deep sense of self within you that has a strata, just like the strata that oil companies drill into. And then we're going to frack your feelings. We'll probably frack that with some of the cannabis, and that would probably fall under the emotional, number 4 there. But we'll frack the feelings, much like they frack strata and release natural resources. We're going to frack our brain and release our feelings, because I think you'll find that may be the ultimate guide to existence, is to get in touch with your feelings and listen to them and let them guide you. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, number 9, we're going to try and do K-Rig, although that's been taken. I think it's a radio station in Bartlesville, but that's just a working title right there. But it's going to be a talk show, radio talk show about energy. Both pillars of energy, crude and cannabis. And then number 10, I think we may do Ask the Almighty Barrel. That is the barrel of oil, which, by the way, today ended at close to $100 a barrel of West Texas Intermediate. Crazy stuff. But that's a good overview there for the Energy Boom 101, the confluence. We're going to leave you with this lovely little picture so you can see what it's all about. It's about the confluence of crude oil and cannabis that is polishing the lens of optimism and compassion that we hope to bring you every day right about this time. And that's going to be it for today. We'll probably see you all tomorrow. It's about 9.5 minutes past the hour, and we're going to give you a quick shot here. You know what? We may close up. That's what we'll do. We'll close up with with one thing. A good shot of Boom U. Because this thing is going nuts out here. Boom U. Here it is. So if you want to see the confluence of crude oil and cannabis, get ready for this. Boom. There it is. It didn't come into focus. That doesn't matter. You got cars coming here. Boom. They're going crazy. That's it for Energy Boom 101. 3, 2, 1, boom.